back at it.
Oh, God. You know, Doctor Who in the past would get a lot of criticism about the way they handled their female characters, that they weren't always handled in the best way. And I'm happy to say that that tradition has continued here, unfortunately. So I just got done watching the season finale of Ncuti Gatwa's era of Doctor Who, Reality War. And man, did that suck. This is going to be a little different video. This is going to be a little less scripted than I normally do. But I really just want to air out how I feel about this episode while it's still on my mind. I watched it twice, and I still don't like it. It really sucks. I hate the way all the characters were handled in this. No one had a good conclusion to their story in this. Like the Doctor, Belinda, Ruby, no one had a good conclusion to their story. Let's talk about Ruby first. Why did they replace her? Why did they replace her character at all with Belinda? This season really felt like Ruby was just supposed to be the companion again. Like in the beginning of this, you know, we're focusing on Belinda, but halfway through, we just turned the focus back on Ruby to the point where I'm like, why was she just not the companion? Like this finale honestly felt like it should have been about Ruby as the companion again with the Doctor. Like I didn't love Empire of Death, but after watching Reality War, I think I like that finale more than this one. Like Belinda in this started off as a companion that I was very much interested in, but as the episodes went along, it felt like the show just lost interest in her at all. Like I don't know what Russell T Davis's goal with her character was, but at this point, I think she almost might be the worst companion, only because there was no resolution to her character. She's worse than Martha in this. Like, because in the end, she started off. She didn't get any moment. She didn't have any cool moment to call her own. Like, I feel like her introduction was really good. I did a video on that. I really liked her introduction, and they set up this mystery with her about why she met the Doctor earlier, but that kind of went nowhere. That didn't have any explanation, along with everything else with this. Why did what is Russell T Davis' obsession with making female characters just mothers and that's it? I can't believe Belinda started off as this just it's a strong independent woman, this strong independent character that didn't need no man, but in the end it's just nope. She actually wanted a family this whole time. They rewritten her whole character to where she always wanted a family. The whole thing with Poppy, what was that? That was part of it where I was like, was this supposed to be Ruby's story? Because she's the one that met Poppy. The Doctor and her met Poppy in the first season. So why did they just squish this on to Belinda's character? That made absolutely no sense. She did nothing in the finale, by the way. Russell T Davies literally stuck her in a box and just said, "You're over here now." The main companion for this season doesn't do anything in the season finale. She just gets stuffed in a box and just is being just told there, stay there and wait and be a mother and don't do anything else. She doesn't help out with the Doctor. She doesn't get a cool moment of this. Like, say what you will about Martha, but at least Martha helped save the world at the end of her season. Like like unbelievable, man. Like neither of these, like Ruby's conclusion wasn't the greatest, but it was infinitely better than Belinda's. But like, I don't understand. I don't understand what the plan was with these characters. And Anita comes back. I was so happy to see Anita. I was hoping she would make a return. Now I never want to see her character again. Don't bring her back. Well, they're going to, because now she has a boss that we need to know more about, I guess, if that even gets resolved or answered. Who's her boss? But like, what a great character they introduced in the Christmas special, just for her to also be reduced to just holding the door the entire time for this finale. What the heck? She had such great chemistry with the Doctor, and her role in this is just hold the door. She's fucking hold door. And now she's gonna be a mother too. She's also pregnant. Oh my god. What was the point? What was the point of Rose and Mel in the show? Why did they Rose literally just is there in the background. She's just basically a background extra. Like, why is she here? Why is she here? Like, she contributes nothing. Mel, why did they bring back Mel? just why did they bring back her character? You know, like I don't know. I don't know anything about Mel. I have not watched her episodes. I have not watched her era of Doctor Who. That being said, when they brought back Sarah Jane Smith, I also didn't know who Sarah Jane Smith was. But I felt more invested in Sarah Jane Smith than I have with Mel in this. Like they gave time. They gave time to get you interested in Sarah Jane Smith if you weren't familiar with her. Even like not even counting her show, like not even counting her own television show that she got, just her in Doctor Who, you were able to get a sense of her and the Doctor's relationship, and she added to that show without even talking about that. Like seeing her interact with Davos, and that was my first interaction with both Sarah Jane Smith and Davos. That being said, I felt more about that interaction that those two characters had than anything Mel contributed in this era of Doctor Who. Her mentioning the Ronnie, like I felt nothing. I felt nothing. Like I don't understand why they brought her character back. Like the problem is too is like every time we see her is like there's so much stuff going on. She doesn't. There's so many other characters that she has nothing to do. There's so many characters in this. Kate, Mel, Ruby, Rose, Belinda. Like no one gets anything in this. No one gets any time to develop their characters. And don't even get me started on the Ronnie. What was the point of the Ronnie? Oh my, what a waste. Don't bring her back. Just don't waste my time with that. Don't waste my time with her again. That, oh my god. And the doctor. I feel so bad for Ncuti Gatwa. Everyone was saying he was gonna leave, and I was really hoping that wasn't true because he had good episodes. There was moments in the season where I'm like I felt his character come through. Moments like in The Whale. I really liked that episode. I was planning on doing a video on that episode. I really liked that moment in The Lucky Day, even though he wasn't really in that episode that much, but I really liked the moment they gave him in that. I really liked the story in The Engine. The Interstellar Song Contest had problems, but there was potential there for growth for his character as well as Belinda's. That means nothing now. Like, this is such a terrible conclusion to their characters. Like, what was their characters in this? Like, everything about them just got rewritten, I feel like, at the end. Like, oh my god, what was the point of showing Susan? How dare you, Russell? How dare you tease me with Susan just for her not to be anything? She wasn't anything. She wasn't anything in this. I really need to make a full video on this show. I really want to do that and really break down like this entire era, because there is stuff to like in this era. But the I can't believe twice this era just felt so gimmicky. Like what is up with these gimmicks? Twice we get a CGI monster as the villain at the end. Really? And then the Doctor just easily defeats them at the end. For a second, I thought it was Sukaf coming out of that fucking door. For a second. Again, the companions just contribute nothing at the end. And now, I feel like I have to talk about the regeneration. We had a good ending. We had a good ending to this. Like the moment between Belinda and the Doctor in the end, where they're losing their memories, I thought that was really well written, and that should have been the ending. And it probably was the ending before the apparent reshoots that I am just now hearing about. I didn't even know there was reshoots, but the forced regeneration, just I don't even know what to even think about that. Like I have no idea what that means. Billie Piper is back. I mean, like. Yes, Billie Piper is back. Like, I love Billie Piper. I'm glad she's back in Doctor Who. That being said, what does this mean? She's the Doctor now, potentially? Like, what? I don't know what this means. And, again, it just feels so gimmicky. We already had David Tennant. We already had Jodie Whittaker become David Tennant. Now we're have Ncuti Gatwa become Billie Piper? Like, this just all feels so gimmicky. Like, what? what is this? Remember berries? Like, you know what? The thing that annoyed me too. I really did like Wish World, even though it was just WandaVision, kinda. I wanted to see where this was going, and for this to be it, this was so disappointing. See, the thing is, like, and in Journey's End, right? In Journey's End, there was a lot of characters in that as well. Like, again, Martha, Sarah Jane Smith, Captain Jack. There was a lot of characters in that as well. But the difference is we spent time with all those characters. Like, so when we saw them all together again, it felt like, yeah, this is really important. Like, it didn't feel like there was too much going on. But here, like, we barely spent time with any of these guys this season. Like Kate, like, she's been on and off the show for a while, even though she really hasn't had that much connection with this doctor. She's had more connection with Ruby than anything, which is the funny thing. Belinda's barely gotten anything. Mel has gotten nothing. Rose has gotten nothing. So seeing all these characters here, it felt nothing. I felt nothing seeing everyone gather together again.
I think we're all your children.
Jodie Whittaker, speaking of which, that was probably the best part of the show. But honestly, that was the only part of the show that actually made me smile, seeing her show up. I didn't get spoiled on that. I got spoiled on Billy Piper and almost everything else, but I didn't get spoiled on Jodie Whittaker showing up. That part actually did put a smile on my face, and that almost saved the episode. These two doctors who didn't get much character development or screen time, hugging it out and saying how much they love each other. That made me feel good, but it just reminded me on how poorly executed this era was for Shooty Gatway. Like, did anyone care about Poppy in this? Did anyone genuinely care about Poppy in this? Like, and just changing Belinda's whole story the whole time. Like, the whole time she was trying to get back to her parents, who we only see one of them. We never we never see the father. To now she's a mother to a husband that we also never see. That's her conclusion. Like, I hope this is a bait and switch, and this is tying off to something really important. Because I'm also like, why did you show Joe Martin, the fugitive doctor? Like, what did any of this mean? No one's happy with this. Like, on Twitter, like, I haven't really seen anyone defend these episodes, or this episode particular, Reality War. Like, I don't think anyone knows what this means, and the showrunners haven't said anything. So this just feels like a random episode that was. So everything about this just seems like bad planning and bad writing from everyone. Yeah, I mean, I could keep going on and on, but like I said, I really want to dive more in depth in this and in a bigger review where I really look at all the episodes in Shooty Gatway's era, if this is the end of his era. Either way, I want to make a longer video on this. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this season finale, this era of Shooty Gatway in the comments down below. Maybe give me some positives. Give me some positives of this era, what you took out of it. I would love to hear what you guys think about this episode. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you like this content, consider giving me a like and subscribing. It really does help out, gets me seen more in the algorithm. I really do want to push out more content on this channel in the future. Eventually, I do want to make a look at some Superman stuff. Superman's my favorite superhero, so you'll see some content from that in the future. There's a new Superman movie coming out, so I want to talk about Superman. So look out for that. Once again, this is Infinite Repeat. I've been Nate. Stay up.